Life can often feel like a race, juggling work, family, appointments, and maybe even sneaking in a workout or two. At the end of a long day, it's easy to default to takeout or microwave dinners rather than whip up a healthy meal from scratch. And this is where meal kit services like Blue Apron and HelloFresh promise to help. They send boxes of fresh, pre-measured ingredients straight to your door, along with detailed recipe cards, all in the name of making dinner both convenient and interesting. But is the convenience really worth it? And which service might be right for you? Well, let's take an in-depth look at Blue Apron and HelloFresh, covering everything from quality and variety to how much they'll actually cost you. And just before we dive into the nitty-gritty details, if at any point throughout the video or afterwards you want to try Blue Apron or HelloFresh, then consider checking out the links in the description to get yourselves the best available discounts on both providers, so consider that if you're interested. Now, Blue Apron arrived on the scene in 2012 when everything was supposed to, well, supposedly end. And they quickly earned themselves a spot as one of the pioneers in the meal kit industry. Their goal has long been to help people rediscover the joy of cooking by cutting out the most time-consuming aspects of dinner prep, grocery shopping, portioning, and planning a menu. When you sign up, you choose from a selection of recipes online, and Blue Apron ships you boxes filled with ingredients you need for those meals, pre-portioned to reduce waste. Over time, they've introduced more variety, including vegetarian options, a wellness plan focused on balanced eating, and even optional wine pairings for certain recipes. HelloFresh launched a year earlier in 2011, and they've expanded across more than 15 countries and boast a notably large weekly menu. They generally provide up to 20 different recipes, which often include vegetarian, quick and easy, and low-calorie meal options, along with more specialized diets like keto or low-carb. Much like Blue Apron, HelloFresh handles all the shopping and measuring, leaving you with the fun part, following easy-to-read recipe cards, cooking dinner, and enjoying a homemade meal without needing to browse dozens of aisles at the grocery store. Moreover, one of the biggest appeals of any meal kit service is variety. Nobody wants to eat spaghetti and meatballs 5 times a week, after all, unless you really love spaghetti. Blue Apron typically offers around 10 recipes per week, often with a gourmet twist. You might see options like miso honey glazed salmon or Tuscan chicken that push you a bit beyond standard weeknight fare. They also include vegetarian meals and crowd pleasers for families who might have some picky eaters in the mix. If you like exploring new cooking techniques and flavor combos, these internationally influenced meals can be a nice way to broaden your culinary horizons. HelloFresh, on the other hand, ups the ante by offering closer to 20 recipes weekly. That broader selection can be a huge bonus if you have multiple tastes to please or simply don't want to feel boxed in by a limited menu. Their offerings often include globally inspired meals as well, but they keep things relatively simple so that even novice cooks don't feel overwhelmed. You'll see anything from tacos and stir fries to pasta bakes and salads, all broken down into easy to follow instructions. Both also let you adjust your plan if yours needs a change. You can skip a week if you're out of town, switch from a 2-person plan to a 4-person plan if you have guests coming, or just pause the subscription altogether if life gets too hectic. If you're sticking to a particular diet, maybe you're trying to cut carbs or focus on plant-based meals, you'll find enough customization options on both platforms to make it work. Furthermore, cooking with fresh, high-quality ingredients can elevate even a simple dish from average to memorable. Blue Apron puts a lot of emphasis on working with local farms and following sustainable practices, something they're quite proud of. You'll often see references to responsibly sourced produce and antibiotic-free meats. They even include wine pairings for certain meals if you're feeling fancy. This farm-to-table angle resonates with a lot of people who value knowing where their food comes from, and I think that would be all of us, and want that extra reassurance about food quality. HelloFresh also focuses on delivering crisp, preservative-free produce and proteins. Many customers note that their ingredients arrive in good condition, carefully packed with insulation and ice packs to stay cold and fresh. While some folks feel that Blue Apron's overall sourcing has a slightly more upscale vibe, HelloFresh reliably delivers on flavor and quality. Now, let's dive into the question that's probably top of mind. What will this actually cost me? Well, pricing can vary based on the number of meals you choose each week, how many servings each meal provides, and any promotions currently running. Typically, Blue Apron plans generally fall in the range of $8 to $11 per serving, depending on how many meals you order in a week. The price per serving often goes down the more servings you add to your plan. Shipping is typically around $10, though they sometimes waive or reduce shipping cost for larger orders or promotional periods. If you're ordering just for 1 or 2 people, expect your price per serving to be slightly higher than if you're feeding a family of 4. Blue Apron also occasionally runs discounts or offers for new customers, just like the ones we have in our links below, so don't forget to check those out. HelloFresh's cost per serving generally falls within a similar range of $8 to $11, though the exact amount will depend on how many meals you select each week and how many people you're feeding. Shipping fees tend to be about $10, although this can vary with order size and active discounts, and like Blue Apron, ordering more servings or adding extra meals often brings down the per serving price. In comparing the two, they're relatively close in price. One might inch out the other depending on which promotions are active and how many servings you select. If budget is a big factor, you might find HelloFresh to be slightly more flexible thanks to frequent discounts and a broad range of meal options. Meanwhile, Blue Apron's occasional wine bundles and emphasis on gourmet-inspired dishes could be worth a slightly higher cost per serving if you appreciate that elevated experience. And another great thing about both of them is that they prioritize straightforward platforms, because nobody wants an overly complicated sign-up process when the whole point is convenience. Their websites and apps let you choose your weekly menus, switch plans, or skip weeks with just a few clicks. If you decide you're traveling next week or simply don't need a box, it's painless to pause the service or delay your next delivery. When your box does arrive, everything is pre-sorted and labeled to correspond with the meals you picked. Blue Apron's recipe cards generally include clear directions and handy visuals. You'll see the expected cooking time, nutritional info, and any special prep steps like marinating meat ahead of time. Similarly, HelloFresh's recipe cards are user-friendly and often come with tips for prepping ingredients, a quick glance at total cooking time, and suggestions for garnishing or plating to make your dish look extra appetizing. Delivery tends to be consistent overall, though mix-ups can happen with any shipping service. Both companies use insulated packaging to keep meats, cheeses, and produce chilled. The downside is that you may end up with more packaging waste than you're used to, but most components like cardboard boxes and plastic trays are recyclable or reusable. But good customer service can smooth out any bumps in the road, like missing ingredients, damaged packaging, or issues changing your plan. In general, both Blue Apron and HelloFresh have responsive support teams offering help through email, phone, or detailed FAQs on their website. Overall, Blue Apron feels a bit like bringing a gourmet restaurant into your own kitchen. They focus on high-quality, sustainably sourced ingredients and offer globally inspired recipes. If you're aiming to elevate your home-cooked meals without spending ages on meal planning, Blue Apron is a strong contender. Just keep in mind that their menu might not be ideal if you're following a very specific diet, like strict keto. HelloFresh takes a different approach by giving you a bigger range of weekly choices, often up to 20 different recipes, and plenty of deals that can help you save money. Their platform makes it easy to tweak serving sizes, skip a week when life gets hectic, or choose quick cook meals on busy nights. Some people find that HelloFresh's meals aren't quite as gourmet as Blue Apron's, and there can be a fair amount of packaging. Still, the variety and overall convenience have made HelloFresh a go-to option for a lot of people. And that just about wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And again, don't forget to check out those links in the description to get yourself a discount on either Blue Apron or HelloFresh. At any rate though, thank you all so much for watching as always, and until next time, make sure to take care.